Hey guys, today I'm just going to help you set up a pipeline, tell you the basics of how to set one up, the deals as well that are going to be in the pipeline, the stages, how to customize that, as well as how to associate that with a specific contact and a specific company records. So right here, this is your HubSpot instance. You would go to sales, you would go to deals, and from there you would actually see the full-blown overview of your pipelines. You would generally get this particular view as a list as a default, but actually you want to choose this one that is called like view your deals on board, and that actually is going to give you a much more a better overview of your entire pipeline, at least within the stages, right? Right now, pipelines within HubSpot come, at least the sales pipeline, which is the default one, comes with 7 stages. But I have actually reduced it to just 4 stages so that you can actually more clearly see how that works, right? I made up 2 mockup deals right here. So basically, this represents a couple of things. The deal stages represent basically the sales process that you're using to close specific deals. So, for example, if at a very basic level, I'm an agency and I say, okay, people inquire. So that creates a deal because they've inquired about my services. Maybe I set up a call with them, and once that call is set up, I actually move the deal to the discovery call stage. And when that happens, maybe just maybe from there, if nothing, if they got to think about it or whatever, I got to follow up, etc. Maybe I just want to have the next stage to be either close won or close loss, right? So that's pretty much a very basic rudimentary way to understand pipelines. And now, how do you customize this? How do I, if I say, okay, I want another stage, I need a different stage, maybe something called like contract sent, just because, from the discovery call, I sent them a contract, but if I just sent it out, and if they have not signed it, I can move them to close won or close lost, but they're definitely not in discovery still. I can actually do that. So to add that, where I would go is right here to this gear icon. And within that gear icon, you would see it already automatically would take you to the deals section. But yeah, let's just say that it didn't take you there. It took you to like the general section right here. Where you would go is just go down here, go to objects, so data management, objects, and then deals. And then from deals, you would choose your pipelines, this pipelines tab. And here you would actually choose just the pipeline that you want to customize, which in our case is the sales pipeline. And what I actually want to do is add a stage called contract send. And for that contract send stage, as you can see here, there's also probabilities attached to the stages. So in case I added a new stage that's going to be just before close won, uh, but it's actually should be higher than discovery call, right? So for example, if I say anybody that inquires, maybe they have a probability of closing of about 30%. If they move to the discovery call, maybe 70%. And if it's on contract send, then we're already at 90%. And then what I would do is just hit save, and you would actually see that reflected on the pipeline. So if we just go back to the deals, the deals right here, and then we see the pipeline, we can see that contract send has just become the third stage within our 5 stage pipeline, right? Now, how do we associate a specific deal to a specific contact, right? So just for the purposes of this particular tutorial, I'm just going to choose deal one, and you could see something right here. The very basics of this deal is that it has to have a deal owner, that is someone from your team, a representative, or a user within your HubSpot. I'm just going to choose myself here. And then you also have over here some other important information, like the contact that it has to be associated to. Right now, this deal is associated to just this contact, which is also a mockup contact. But you can actually add more context to a specific deal, right? So for example, if I say I want to also add myself, but maybe in a different fashion, like this guy right here, I'm going to add myself there as well, right? And so that works because you can also at certain times have like a specific deal whereby several users may be weighing in on the decision of actually landing the deal with you, and it's good to have them associated to that deal within HubSpot as well. And then for companies, you can add additional companies, but it's usually better if you can have just a deal to a specific type to a specific company. So in this particular example, I just added my own company, and the way I did that was clicking add, and if it was not existing right here, I would create a new one, and it actually just asks for a company domain name, company name, and once you have that, the others are pretty much optional, the other options right here. So we added that company. And now if you have any of others types of attachments that you want to have to this deal, you actually would just choose and manage them from right here. But this, the contact, the company, and the deal information such as the amount, the close date, the stage, and certainly the pipeline, as well as the deal owner, are the very basics for you to get started with a deal and actually keep track of the most important information. Now, the next part is actually confirming how this relates to the specific contact and the specific company, right? So the way you can actually double check that is by going to the contact record. So you can get this by actually clicking again here and then opening it right here. And then you can see that this contact has that company and the deal associated, right? Deal one, right? And furthermore, if you go back to the deal, you can actually also see that the company right here, if you click on the company record, it also has the contact associated to it as well as the deal, right? So the best that you can do is always have this data match on both at the company level, at the contact level, as well as the deal level, so as to keep everything more concise. And finally, if you want to now move, let's say, well, how do I get a deal from one stage to the next? There's several ways to do it. One is via automation, but that's actually only enabled within a higher tier marketing hub, definitely, or sales hub. But what you actually want to do, in case you don't have that, you can simply manually just move them. The sales process is generally a very manual process, or needs human confirmation in several times. So it is actually ideal for you to do most of the pipeline movements or pipeline or sorry deal movements or deal stage updating on your own and manually, right? So in this particular case, I say, okay, we did have the discovery call, it went well. I'm gonna close these guys right here, and the close date, even though I said it's gonna be on the 31st of May, I'm actually just gonna move it right now. And once I do that, yeah, I've won my first deal. That's just a message that comes up by HubSpot. But definitely, you see that the close date got updated, and now that it's in close one, I can actually see, yeah, the contact, the company record, and what where I would also see is in the activities right here that the deal has moved from discovery call within the very last activity, from the discovery call stage to the close one stage. And that's basically it. Thank you very much for watching. These were like some of the most basic elements of pipelines, pipeline stages, pipeline and deal stages more specifically, how you can customize them, the base and the properties that need to be updated within them, such as the contact record, company record, and deal record as well, and how they gotta match each other at the respective levels. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section. Thank you very much.